Y'all know I am serious when I say if I love a movie, I love a movie. And I think Saint Maud is my favorite movie of the year. Hello friends and welcome to my channel. My name is EJ Marino and we are diving into Saint Maud, a brand new British religious horror film that is so juicy and I cannot wait to dive into.
All the good girls go to hell.
Have you ever watched a movie and as it was going on, it was just like checking off every box that you like? I'm like, religious horror movies, awesome, weird gore, a female director, a female-led story, a lot of stuff to say. Thank you and thank you and thank you. Oh my goodness, I love this movie. By the time Saint Maud ended, I was just blown away. I have thought about this movie every day since I have seen it. This is the type of horror stuff that I really enjoy. Now, this isn't going to be for everyone. The topic of religion, the weird strangeness of the whole story, some of the uncomfortable gory moments. There's a lot in here that could scare some people off. So if anything I am saying is not for you, girl, you might as well just skip this movie because Saint Maud is not going to be a light, easy experience. This is a heavy movie with a lot to say, a lot to offer, and it is so damn good. The movie Saint Maud follows our titular character Maud, a home healthcare worker who is here on a new case for somebody in hospice. She has a really shady background that we only see in flashbacks, but she is now here. She's starting her life over. She's no longer Katie from the past. She's Maud, and she's here to help people find their souls as they're going to the afterlife. Girl, oh my goodness, Maud's very pious attitude does not work well when she meets Amanda, an older woman who is dying, who is not happy with her life, but is here to just kind of spend her last couple months just trying to figure it out. And Maud says, I can save her. She is going to be my biggest help ever. I'm going to do this. And Amanda's like, I don't want any of that. But that interaction's so good with Maud trying to do her most to help Amanda. And Amanda's like, I don't need your help. Oh my goodness. I just love it. The way Maud starts manipulating people around her to kind of get what she wants. You're like, oh, it's going to go this way. And the movie just dramatically goes that way. And it is just mind-blowing of what they can do. But we have the Maud character who believes she is talking to God. She believes she is sent here to help people. But is it God? That is my biggest mystery from this. I don't want to spoil anything or get into details, but we know it's a religious horror film. We know Maud feels like she's closer to God. He's speaking to her, but I don't think it's him. I think it is the Dark Lord. I think Satan is up here to do some ooky spooky witchcraft to this girl's soul. She thinks she's doing stuff to help people, and that's the weirdness with religion, is the piousness, the doing things to be a martyr for your religion, hurting people, doing things, all that just to get closer to God. And that could be true, but I just know deep down inside, I don't feel like she was connecting with that. I feel she opened herself up to speaking to these people, and like you do on a Ouija board, I think someone answered, but I don't think it's the person she wanted. And that's just a bare bones of what I love about this. Then we get into some other things I'll talk about in a second that just really sells this as a complete experience. This is director Rose Glass's debut feature film, and oh my goodness, this is a filmmaker that feels like she knows everything she wants to do. She has a point of view. She has things to say. She has a style, a acting style as well. There's so much that she does with her actors, with her cinematographer, with the writing, with the set, everything. This is a complete filmmaker experience. This reminds me a lot of another debut filmmaker I loved a couple years ago with Ari Aster and Hereditary. This gives me a similar vibe of going and being like, I know you may have worked on short films, on indie stuff, blah, 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 but how are you this good this early? I just am blown away by what this movie has to offer, especially from what is labeled a first-time filmmaker. This is a wise beyond their years type of movie. There's still some very first movie kind of things, like the ending is very ambiguous, very rough, very just in your face, which screams first-time filmmaker, that bold, let me make an impression that will last with people forever. You want to do that. Hereditary has that. So many people, Get Out, Jordan Peele's amazing film Get Out, it has that vibe. But you go back to other first-time filmmakers and you see, mean, Reservoir Dogs with Tarantino, it's a bold movie. That's what Saint Maud feels for me with Rose Glass, of like, she's coming in saying, this is my style, this is what I have to say, you guys better eat it up, and I ate it. This was like porridge. This was like everything I needed from a movie. I just want to, like, I hopefully I get the chance to interview Rose Glass, because I'm gonna be like, I want to be your best friend. You hit me so hard. I made a religious horror film in film school that was called Pious Mary, that involved a woman trying to take over a whole religion, basically. And that's something I love religious horror films. And the fact that Rose Glass hit so many of those little points that I like, not just religion in general, but focusing on the Maud character, making her this, like, Virgin Mary. I think Mary Magdalene is her saint, which I was just like, oh, mine would have been Lilith, the first woman ever, but Mary's a good choice. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's just so much to dive into the religious side of this that I don't want to get into in a video because I'll piss some people off. But in general, I just want to say thank you for making a movie that speaks to me directly. When Amanda calls Maud my little savior, that triggers something in this movie, and it just sends it down the most creepy, unsettling, dark stuff I have seen in quite some time. There's a moment where, like, something happens and I just literally was so shocked, so jarred by it, and then we get to the ending, which has one of the most bold images I have seen in some time. This movie is it's heavy. That's why it makes it harder for me to recommend, because I'm not going to be like, oh my god, watch this little fun little movie, haha, this is good. No, this is a movie that really causes you to go into this world. It's also a pretty short movie, which is easy to recommend, but I wanted more. That's a great feeling, though, when a movie ended, where I'm just like, oh my god, I've watched a 2-hour movie, I've had enough. But when this movie ended, I was just like, oh, that's it? Like, can I have some more of this insanity? It is so dark, so uncomfortable, dealing with so much stuff, the gore that's here, even the subtle moments of horror, where it's in the trailer where Maud puts these, like, nails in her shoe, and that's supposed to do something. I don't know too much about the Bible. If that's in there, y'all are some crazy people. Oh my goodness. Yeah, those little moments just make me feel so uneasy, and I love that feeling. Rarely does a movie bring me out of my, like, that was fun, that's cool, or ugh, that was bad. This movie made me feel something beyond those emotions. I was just enamored. I was grossed out. I was shocked. I was uncomfortable, but I was also in love. I was just blown away about what they were doing here. I cannot recommend Saint Maud enough. If you like religion in your horror movies, kind of close to The Exorcist, a little Rosemary's Baby, not anything like that, but in that vein, or if you like a good female-led horror movie, this is the movie for you. Alright everyone, that was it for my review of Saint Maud, the brand new horror movie that's coming out in the US, I don't know, but that's coming out in the UK this weekend. You have to see this whenever you get a chance. It's coming out in StudioCanal in the UK, A24 over here. You guys better go bother A24 on social media, because say EJ sent y'all, because this movie needs to be out as soon as possible. Hell, release this on Christmas Day and say, hello, baby Jesus, we have a new saint. It is Saint Maud. Oh my goodness. Alright guys, comment down below if you enjoyed my video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up, because I love those, and YouTube takes those way too seriously. Alright guys, let's talk about Saint Maud down below.